Battalion Director. Madam will first inspect the parade. Over to the parade commander.
परेड आपका निरीक्षण के लिए आगे मैडम जय मैडम
ప్లే బంద్ చేసి
Invite our madam to give her Independence Day address.
A very warm greetings and hearty congratulations on completion of 75 years of Independence Day. So let us all bow in respect to those brave people, freedom fighters, known, unknown, and many more who sacrificed their lives, worked day and night, endured lot of struggle, insults and humiliations. All of us know very well, but let us recollect all those things, how much struggle millions of thousands of people went through to make India free. Not that all, even today, more than 1 lakh of soldiers are working in extreme conditions around the border of our country, even underwater, living for months together in extreme conditions. They are all working only to keep us safe, secure, and to make India progress and prosperous. So just think how much we have to work and contribute to the progress of nation when we are living in so much safety and security, when others are sacrificing not just their lives but also their families. So a few days back when we conducted elocution competition, many students participated and they spoke very eloquently about the scientific achievements of our country in the last 75 years. Yes, we have made tremendous progress. So that way India has really contributed a lot, and many more things we came to know through students elocution competition. And also they were talking about social media, boon or bane, and how social media can be used as a tool to reach out to people who are in need of help. That is really nice. They have the fire in their belly to help the people around them without expecting anything in return. That is what is practical patriotism, as rightly defined by, as rightly pronounced or advised by Swamiji Vivekananda. He said, patriotism is not just a mere sentiment or even an emotion of love of motherland. It should be the passion to serve the people of our country who are in need of help, the underprivileged, the ignorant people, the poor people. We should have that passion to help the people. Only then it is practical patriotism, not just weaning or whining or crying. And he goes on to add, cry my children, feel my children, feel the pain. Feel as long as your heart stops and your brain starts reeling. Automatically, you get that power. You get that indomitable energy. You get that help. The whole universe conspires to help the person who strives hard and wants to work selflessly for the cause of good, for the cause of his people. So don't think that you're alone. When you have that pain, when you have that passion, that help automatically comes. And that has been exemplified by most of our freedom fighters. Otherwise, as individuals, how they could have achieved. Ours is the only country which has achieved freedom with this kind of massive non-violence. If you see, I mean, here in Telangana, they are going to broadcast this Attenborough's Gandhi film, very beautifully taken. If you get the opportunity, because most of you are young people here, I watched it when I was very young, 3 times. Such a motivating movie. You can see there how people just take, I mean, lathi charges from police and they just lie down. I mean, they won't even lift a little finger. That kind of non-violence was practiced to achieve the freedom that we have today. So that is, I mean, it is just more than practical patriotism. We can even call it Karma Yoga. Now, what is Karma Yoga? I'll try to dwell a little upon that. See, we know, all of us know very well there are 3 yogas, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, Raja Yoga. And Bhakti Yoga also is one. There are many examples for that. But let us see what is Karma Yoga, because in today's world, that is the only thing which can elevate humanity. Because we can't go and sit under the tree and meditate. We can't become jnanis. I mean, we have so much work around in the world. Climate mitigation, so many things are there created by our own selves. So there is no chance for us to sit idle and do meditation. We have to work, and through work, achieve the purity that is required. The purity, I mean, the elevation that is required. That is what is Karma Yoga. So here, very quickly, see, Karma Yoga is something which will go beyond the scope of this talk. But just in 2 lines, if I can tell you, very shortly for you to, for easy understanding, there are 2 points to be followed for any work that you do. Any work, even the official work that you do, even small helps that you may do. 2 things should be remembered. When you help someone who is in need, don't ever expect anything in return. Okay, name, fame, all of us know. We should not expect name. We should not expect fame. I mean, we should not, without expecting anything, money, monetary benefits, all these things are given. I mean, all of us know very well. But we should not even expect even the punya karma. I mean, very often we see people, you're doing very good. If we appreciate them, you're doing great work, good work. Immediately they'll say, yeah, I'm doing this work. Tomorrow my children will get benefit out of it. Tomorrow my children will get this good karma. Don't even have that expectation. Work for the sake of work. That is the ethics of work. That is the secret of Karma Yoga. The same daily routine work can be converted into Karma Yoga if only we follow this ethics of work. What is the ethics? Don't expect anything in return. Do the work for the sake of work. Why are you working? Out of love, out of because you want to serve them, because you feel for them. Only for that feeling you are working. Only for that feeling you are serving. Not because it will give some good to you or anything. So that one point is very important. The second point is give your 100% whatever you are doing. For example, if somebody is running a tuition class for money, then for charity's sake he'll be having another a smaller set of tuition running in another city maybe. If only he gives same kind of attention that he gives to the commercial one and to the charity one, that is excellent. Usually, often what we do, chalta hai, for the namesake we are doing the charity, but the same kind of attention and dedication will not be given. So whatever work we do, if we pay 100% dedication, 100% attention to the work that we do, again that gets purified into work ethics and Karma Yoga. So that way, I mean, doctors, if they treat the children, they should treat the way they treat, the way they would treat their own children. And for example, teachers, they should be teaching the children the way they would teach their own children. That kind of dedication and attention should be given to whatever even daily activities you do. Not even the service kind of activities, even in NIN, our laboratory work, our field work, instead of jotting down data and all, if you do sincerely, dedicatedly, all that contributes to the kind of work ethics that we do. So here I will conclude by telling one small story. You will be really flabbergasted to see how unconsciously we our dedication fails when it comes to when we come to understand that this work is not for me. Like one employee is retiring after several years of service. It is a construction worker company. I mean, just like maybe imagine CPWD. So the employee is very happy with that employer. So he says, see, 3 months from now, 6 months or 3 months from now, you're going to retire. This is the last task I'm giving you. Do this job before you retire. So he happily takes the job. He constructs one building. He's supposed to construct a building. He constructs a building and it takes several months. And then just a few days before the end of his this thing, he hands over the building. He says, finally, I have done the building. So on the day of retirement celebrations, to the surprise of this employee, the employer says, dear so-and-so, in fact, I have asked you to construct this building. I wanted to gift it to you. I wanted to give this building to you as a gift for all the services that you have rendered to this company. And what was the reaction from that person? Alas, if only I had known that this building is going to come to me. What does it mean? He didn't pay the 100% attention or dedication that he should have done in constructing the building. He did it quite casually and carelessly, and he thought it will not anyway come to me. But finally, when it comes to him, he realizes he has done a mistake. So when we do any work for our own selves, for our own people, or we do work for others, for science, for people, for society, let it be with full 100% dedication. You will excel in whatever you are doing. Not only externally, not only your work will shine, but your mind also will progress in purity day by day. When we pay 100% dedication, there is no turning back to the person who does that way. He is going to excel in his work as well as spiritually, and his mind will become pure. So with these few remarks and words, I would like to conclude, and once again, very happy Independence Day. So let us remember, even now, more than lakhs and thousands of people are working day and night very hard to keep us safe and secure. They live months together in extreme conditions. They live months together underwater. Just remember that and pay attention to whatever work you do. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam, for that very inspiring message. As we move forward, I now invite Ms. Parul Das from the Food Chemistry Department to present a patriotic song. Parul Das.
Good morning, everyone. So, on this occasion of 75th Independence Day, I wish you all a very happy Independence Day. So, I am here to present a song which is sung by late Lata ji. It's written by Kavi Pradeep and directed by C. Ramachandra.
उन्हें भी कर लो, कुछ याद उन्हें भी कर लो, जो लौट के घर ना आए, जो लौट के घर ना आए। ऐ मेरे वतन के लोगों, जरा आँखों में भर लो पानी, जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी। ऐ मेरे वतन के लोगों, जरा आँखों में भर लो पानी, जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी। तुम भूल न जाओ उनको, इसलिए सुनो ये कहानी, जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी। जब घायल हुआ हिमालय, खतरे में पड़ी आजादी, जब बैठे थे घरों में वो झेल रहे थे गोली, संगीन पे धर कर माथा सो गए अमर बलिदानी, जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी। कोई सिख, कोई जाट मराठा, कोई गुरखा, कोई मद्रासी, सरहद पर मरने वाला, सरहद पर मरने वाला, हर वीर था भारतवासी, जो खून गिरा पर्वत पर वो खून था हिंदुस्तानी, जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी। ऐ मेरे वतन के लोगों, जरा आँखों में भर लो पानी, जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी। थी खून से लथपथ काया, फिर भी बंदूक उठा के 10-10 को एक ने मारा, फिर गिर गए होश गवा के। जब अंत समय आया तो, जब अंत समय आया तो कह गए कि अब मरते हैं। खुश रहना देश के प्यारों, अब हम तो सफर करते हैं। जो खून गिरा पर्वत पर वो खून था हिंदुस्तानी। जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी। तुम भूल न जाओ उनको इसलिए कही ये कहानी। जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी। जय हिंद की सेना, जय हिंद की सेना। जय हिंद, जय हिंद, जय हिंद, जय हिंद, जय हिंद, जय हिंद। भारत माता की जय। थैंक यू।
Thank you, Parul, for that very moving rendition of the song. As every year, we will now be presenting certificates to our scholars who have completed their doctoral work. I invite Dr. Aisha Ismail to conduct this session.
A very good morning to one and all, and I would like to wish all of you on this very special occasion of 75 years of independence. I would like to invite our director madam to please come over to hand over certificates to the students and staff who have finished their doctoral studies. So the first candidate, the first student is Miss Yevit Vilda Jurva, under the guidance of Dr. Raghu in nutrition, to please come over. The next person is Mr. Suresh Kondati, under the guidance of Dr. Rajendra Rao in biochemistry, to please come over. The next person is Mr. Virender Panpatil, under the guidance of Dr. Sudeep Ghosh in biochemistry. The next person is Mr. Uday Kumar Chekila, under the guidance of Dr. Bhanu Prakash Reddy in the discipline of biochemistry.
Next is Ms. Srividya Gopalakrishnan, Dr. Aisha's student. She couldn't be here today, so Dr. Aisha will receive it on her behalf. Thank you, madam. Thank you, sir. Request you to kindly take your seat. We now have the prize distribution for the elocution competition. I request all the winners to kindly come on to the portico here, so it's easier for you to take your award. You will receive your prize from the director, madam. As madam mentioned in her speech, we had some very eloquent speeches for elocution. This was conducted for the students and scholars. I'll be calling out the winners for elocution in the English category. prize goes to Arun Pandian, PhD scholar. Arun gave a very passionate talk on 75 years of India's scientific progress. He actually owned the stage. Well done, Arun Pandian. Second prize was taken by Prashanti, MSc student. Prashanti spoke on the social media, the boons of social media, and for those of you who were there, she was so vivid in her speech that you actually looked at your phone to see if you got notification. Well done, Prashanti. Third prize was shared by Mr. James and Vibhashri. First we call out James. This is just in alphabetical order. James also spoke about social media, and he actually did a show and tell, and he showed us how social media can be a double-edged sword. Congratulations, James Thomas. Third prize again to Vibhashri, MSc student who chose gentle persuasion to convey her message on India's progress, scientific progress in the last 75 years. Moving on to the Hindi category, first prize was awarded to Somam Datta, PhD scholar, very eloquent Hindi. Again, gentle persuasion. Award, please. Second prize was taken by Ms. Simran Yadav, MSc, Applied Nutrition. Simran owned the stage while she spoke about social media in Hindi. Congratulations, Simran. Thank you to all the participants of the elocution competition, and congratulations once again to the winners. We next move on to the presentation of prizes for the 75 traditional recipes competition. This was a unique competition and very ably organized by our team of Radhika and colleagues. So there are 10 winners in this category, and I hope all of you all can step in here onto the portico so that you will have easy access to take your awards. The first prize for the traditional recipe goes to Adu Kiranmai, who made multi-millet laddu. Kiranmai? Okay, can somebody from her department take the prize on her behalf? Yeah, Rishikesh Panda is taking the award on behalf of Kiranmai. Second prize to Anjali, OS and Ashima for Avial, which is a mixed vegetable dish from Kerala. Third prize to Mudavat Sarita for Korra vegetable undalu, that is foxtail millet dumplings, vegetable dumplings. Next is Vennela for Ragi Sarvappa, finger millet roti or pancake. Vennela, are you here? Next is S. Sureka for Ragi Sangati and Palli Roti Pachadi, a traditionally done peanut chutney with Ragi Sangati. The next prize goes to Jarna P for her bitter goat curry, Kakarkai Pulusu. Next prize to Vijay Pushpalata for Ragi Ambli. Vijay Pushpalata. T. Samyukta for Sarva Pindi and Pudina Chutney. T. Samyukta for Sarva Pindi and Pudina Chutney. And Miss Pranati Kalvakolu for Gongura chicken and Sajja rotte. All mouth-watering dishes. And the 10th award goes to Sri Murali Sampath for Ragi Kolkotte, Ragi dumplings. Congratulations to all the winners and for all the awesome participation from staff, students and outsourced workers. I now request Dr. Subbarao. Okay, but before we proceed, we will have our next patriotic song by Ms. Tejaswini, second year sports nutrition student. Tejaswini. Okay.
Good morning, everyone. A very happy 75th Independence Day to you all. I have a small request. So when I sing the line Bharat Varsh Hamara Hai, I want you all to sing Hindustan Hamara Hai. So it goes like Bharat Varsh Hamara Hai and you say Hindustan Hamara Hai. Okay? Can we all do it? Yeah, thank you so much. Sasariga, sasariga, pasani sa pa ma pa. Sasariga, sasariga, pasani sa pa ma pa. Da 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 ma pa 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 da pa ma ga ri sa. Da 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 ma pa pa ga sa ga pa sa ni da pa. कोटि कंठों से निकली आज यही स्वर धारा है. कोटि कंठों से निकली आज यही स्वर धारा है. भारत वर्ष हमारा है, हिंदुस्तान हमारा है. भारत वर्ष हमारा है, हिंदुस्तान हमारा है. कोटि कंठों से निकली आज यही स्वर धारा है. सग पग रिमदम रिमदम पनिरिनि सनी द पामगरि सा. जिस दिन सबसे पहले जागे नवल सृजन के स्वप्न घने. जिस दिन देश काल के दो दो विस्तृत विमल वितान तने. जिस दिन नभ में तारे छिटके, जिस दिन सूरज चांद बने. तब से यह देश हमारा, ये अभिमान हमारा है. भारत वर्ष हमारा है, हिंदुस्तान हमारा है. भारत वर्ष हमारा है, हिंदुस्तान हमारा है. कोटि कंठों से निकली आज यही स्वर धारा है. कोटि कंठों से निकली आज यही स्वर धारा है. भारत वर्ष हमारा है, हिंदुस्तान हमारा है. भारत वर्ष हमारा है, हिंदुस्तान हमारा है. सग पग रिमदम पनिरिनि सनी द पामगरि सा. गर्ज उठे शत कोटि कोटि जन, सुनिए वचन सुबाह बरे. जाग उठे प्रतिपक्षी जन गण, उसके अंतस्थल निहुरे. आज नए युग के नैनों से ज्वलित अग्नि के पुंज जले. कौन सामने आएगा, यह देश महान हमारा है.
भारतवर्ष हमारा है, हिंदुस्तान हमारा है। भारतवर्ष हमारा है, हिंदुस्तान हमारा है। कोटि कंठों से निकली आज यही स्वर धारा है। भारतवर्ष हमारा है, हिंदुस्तान हमारा है। भारतवर्ष हमारा है, हिंदुस्तान हमारा है। हिंदुस्तान हमारा है, हिंदुस्तान हमारा है।
Thank you so much. You all were beautiful. Thank you.
Very good morning to all of you all. Thank you, Ms. Tejaswini. Now we will move forward to have the presentation of prizes for the patriotic song competition. May I request our beloved director to come forward to give the prizes. So the prizes has been categorized into two categories. One is for the permanent and project staff, and the second category is for PhD students and scholars. So from the permanent and project staff, the first prize goes to Miss Parul Das from Food Chemistry Division. Yeah, can we have the patriotic song winners to come forward? So you all can come down as I announce the prizes. The second prize goes to Miss Prasita from the Clinical Division. Now, there are two of them for the sharing the third prize. So the third prize is shared by Mr. Nagaraju Vaddi from the Cell Biology Division and Miss Paromita Banerjee from the Niche Division. Third prize, Mr. Nagaraju and Miss Paromita. Can somebody else accept on her behalf from the Niche Division? Moving on to the PhD students and the scholars group. The first prize goes to Miss Tejaswini from the MSc Applied Nutrition Year 2. Can we have the applause louder? The second prize goes to Anjali Singh, again from MSc Applied Nutrition Year 2. So wonderful, all the three winners are from Applied Nutrition Year 2. Third prize goes to Miss Akanksha. Miss Akanksha. Okay, can somebody collect it on her behalf? Thank you and congratulations to all the winners. Now we move on to have the presentation of prizes for the Rangoli competition. So we have again three categories over here. In category 1, which is for the NI and permanent staff, the first prize goes to Miss G.S. Gautami. Miss G.S. Gautami. The second prize is for Mrs. A. Rajita. Mrs. A. Rajita. The applause should keep going. Next, the prizes are for the MSc student, PhD scholars and the project staff group. The first prize goes to Priyanka Chaugle. Rangoli competition. This is also for the Rangoli competition for the student scholars and the project staff group. The second prize is for Miss S. Gomati. Again, the third prize has been given to two participants, Miss L. Soumya and Miss Yazini Devi. Miss L. Soumya and Miss Yazini Devi. Yeah, can somebody collect it on the behalf of Soumya? Yazini Devi. Miss Yazini Devi. Can somebody collect it on her behalf as well? Next, again for the Rangoli competition in the outsourcing staff group, the first prize goes to Mrs. K. Bhavani. Mrs. K. Bhavani. Second prize is for Mrs. Tamishetty Lakshmi. Mrs. Lakshmi, congratulations to all the Rangoli competition prize winners. Yeah. Next, we will have the presentation of Best Performance Awards to our very own ICMR NIN staff. So the dignitaries are joined by Dr. Sinha and our Senior Administrative Officer. The Best Performance Award goes to Mr. M. Asaiturai, Technical Officer B, Civil Works. Now he has been working in the maintenance department and he has contributed immensely in capitalization of all the major works done by UPR NNL, which are pending and unresolved since many years. It is but for his dedicated work for both the major and minor civil works that this award is given to him. A big round of applause to Mr. Asaiturai. The Best Performance Awards also goes to Mr. G. Mahendra, Technical Officer A, Maintenance and Security. Now he has been working since 2018 and his sincere efforts has helped in strengthening the security system and manpower management in the institute, and his very quick response in controlling and extinguishing the fire mishap that has occurred in welfare clinic is highly appreciable. He well deserves the appreciation. Another stalwart getting the Best Performance Award is Mr. S. Devendran, Senior Technician 3. A round of applause, please. So his dedicated efforts towards designing the reports, the IEC and designing of the NIN 100 years stamp and my plate for the day deserves much appreciation. Apart from his contribution in and now Niti Aayog also. Yeah, dietary guidelines for Indians. Congratulations to all the men. Yeah, now I hand over the proceedings to Ms. Sylvia.
Thank you, Radhika. We have a few more special awards to be given away as a token of appreciation to the electrical outsourced staff. She came, so she took over whatever. Okay, shall I? Inka rende unnai. Should I give it to you? to announce the winners for this special appreciation award, I request Dr. Subbarao. To announce the names, please.
Thank you, Sylvia. It's always a pleasure to be here, and happy Independence Day to all of you. Now I take privilege in announcing the presentation of token of appreciation for electrical outsourcing staff for their quick response towards a fire incident that took place in welfare clinic, which was contained in time. May I call upon Janapal Durgeshwar, technician, to please come and receive the award from the director. Next is Mr. Madhukumar Maheshwaram, helper. Please give them a big round of applause. Now it is my privilege to announce the presentation of token of appreciation awards to all our security staff for their dedicated services. Yeah, announce ma'am. Madhukumar Maheshwaram. Presentation of token of appreciation for all our security staff for their dedicated services throughout the year. In view of the time constraint, we are giving it only to a few. The rest will be distributed later. May I call upon Mr. M.V. Rangareddy, the supervisor. Mr. M.V. Rangareddy. Next is Mr. N. Krishna Reddy, supervisor. Next in line is Mr. C.H. Murali Krishna, security guard. Mr. C.H. Murali Krishna. Next is Mr. G. Venkatesh, security guard. Next is Mrs. Y. Sarita, security guard. Big round of applause, please. Mrs. Y. Sarita. Mr. N. Sudhakar, security guard. Mr. M. N. Rao, security guard. Mr. Anjaneyulu, security guard. Mr. M. S. Reddy, security guard. And Mr. P. Venkatesh, security guard. Give them a big round of applause for all their dedicated service. Yeah, Mr. Venkatesh. I thank the director, senior scientists, and SAO and security in charge for distributing these prizes. It has been an excellent event, and the rain has been very, very kind to us. And rain gods have been generally kind, and now they are very kind. Okay, yeah, right. So, okay, now we just have a little extension of the program wherein we would want to give away the awards to all the security staff instead of only a few, because it's a very, very important occasion. So, please, who have not taken the prizes, meelo evaru prizes teeskoledu ikkada vachi oka line lo nilabadi andaru prizes teeskondi, please. Randi, please come. Big round of applause, please. Come on, keep clapping till they take the prizes. A bit louder, please. Keep clapping louder and louder. Clap once again, louder. And that brings the end of the prize distribution for the security guard. Thank you very much for the participation, and thank you all for participating in great numbers. As I said, the rain god has been very, very kind to us. That he held the rain for a while, and it started drizzling right now. And let's all gather in the canteen for the high tea. And before we disperse, once Jai Hind. Jai.
From MSc Final Year Sports Nutrition. I'm going to sing a song which is very special to my heart, which was sung during our UG days in our college for Independence Day and Republic Day. So I'm going to sing it now. Hope you all like it. Sasariga, sasariga, pasani sa pa ma pa. Sasariga, sasariga, pasani sa pa ma pa. Da 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 ma pa 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 da pa ma ga ri sa. Da 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 ma pa 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 ga sa ga pa sa ni da pa. कोटि कंठों से निकली आज यही स्वर धारा है. कोटि कंठों से निकली आज यही स्वर धारा है. भारतवर्ष हमारा है, हिंदुस्तान हमारा है. भारतवर्ष हमारा है, हिंदुस्तान हमारा है. कोटि कंठों से निकली आज यही स्वर धारा है. सग पग सग पग सग पगा रिमदम रिमदम रिमदमा पनिरिनि 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 सानी द पा मगरि सा. जिस दिन सबसे पहले जागे नवल सृजन के स्वप्न घने. जिस दिन देश काल के दो दो विस्तृत विमल वितान तने. जिस दिन सबसे पहले जागे नवल सृजन के स्वप्न घने. जिस दिन देश काल के दो दो विस्तृत विमल वितान तने. जिस दिन नभ में तारे छिटके, जिस दिन सूरज चांद बने, तब से यह देश हमारा, ये अभिमान हमारा है। भारतवर्ष हमारा है, हिंदुस्तान हमारा है। भारतवर्ष हमारा है, हिंदुस्तान हमारा है। कोटि कंठों से निकले आज यही स्वर धारा है। सग पग सग पग सग पगा, रिमदम रिमदम रिमदमा, पनिरिनि पनिरिनि पनिरिनि, सानि द पा मगरि सा। गरज उठे शत कोटि कोटि जन, सुनिए वचन सुबाह परे। जाग उठे प्रतिपक्षी जन गण, उसके अंतस्थल निहरे। गरज उठे शत कोटि कोटि जन, सुनिए वचन सुबाह परे। जाग उठे प्रतिपक्षी जन गण, उसके अंतस्थल निहरे। आज नए युग के नैनों से ज्वलित अग्नि के पुंज जले, कौन सामने आएगा, यह देश महान हमारा है। भारतवर्ष हमारा है, हिंदुस्तान हमारा है। भारतवर्ष हमारा है, हिंदुस्तान हमारा है। कोटि कंठों से निकले आज यही स्वर धारा है। कोटि कंठों से निकले आज यही स्वर धारा है। भारतवर्ष हमारा है, हिंदुस्तान हमारा है। भारतवर्ष हमारा है, हिंदुस्तान हमारा है। हिंदुस्तान हमारा है, हिंदुस्तान हमारा है। थैंक यू।
सभी को मेरा नमस्कार। मेरा नाम अंजलि सिंह है। मैं एमएससी सेकेंड ईयर अप्लाइड न्यूट्रिशन की छात्रा हूँ। मैं जो आज गाना प्रस्तुत करने जा रही हूँ वो उसकी गायिका लता मंगेशकर जी हैं और उसके बोल कवि प्रदीप के द्वारा लिखी गई है। यह गाना हमारे दिलों में देशभक्ति की भावना को जगाता है और यह गाना हमारे देश के वीरों के प्रति समर्पित है। ऐ मेरे वतन के लोगों, तुम खूब लगा लो नारा। ये शुभ दिन है हम सबका, लहरा लो तिरंगा प्यारा। पर मत भूलो सीमा पर वीरों ने है प्राण गवाए। कुछ याद उन्हें भी कर लो, कुछ याद उन्हें भी कर लो, जो लौट के घर ना आए, जो लौट के घर ना आए। ऐ मेरे वतन के लोगों, ज़रा आँख में भर लो पानी। जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी ज़रा याद करो कुर्बानी। जब घायल हुआ हिमालय, खतरे में पड़ी आज़ादी। जब तक थी सांस लड़े वो, जब तक थी सांस लड़े वो। फिर अपनी लाश बिछा दी, संगीन पे धर कर माथा। सो गए अमर बलिदानी। जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी ज़रा याद करो कुर्बानी। थी खून से लथपथ काया, फिर भी बंदूक उठाकर 10-10 को एक ने मारा। फिर गिर कर। जब अंत समय आया तो कह गए कि अब मरते हैं। खुश रहना देश के प्यारों, खुश रहना देश के प्यारों। अब हम तो सफ़र करते हैं, अब हम तो सफ़र करते हैं। क्या लोग थे वो दीवाने, क्या लोग थे वो अभिमानी, जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी ज़रा याद करो कुर्बानी। तुम भूल न जाओ उनको, इसलिए कही ये कहानी, जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी ज़रा याद करो कुर्बानी। जय हिंद की सेना, जय हिंद की सेना, जय हिंद। Thank you.
Good morning everyone. My name is Prasita and I wish you all a happy Independence Day. So I am singing a song which is a mix of Malayalam and Hindi. So let me start. अखंड भारताम्बे നമിപ്പു ഞങ്ങൾ യുഗാന്തരങ്ങൾ നിനക്കു ചാർത്തിയ സംസ്കാരമാല്യങ്ങൾ. നമിപ്പു ഞങ്ങൾ, നമിപ്പു ഞങ്ങൾ, നമിപ്പു ഞങ്ങൾ. മലയമാരുത ചാമരം വീശുന്ന ഭാരതനാടിൻ്റെ മനസ്സിൽ ഓംകാരസാരമായി വിടരുകയല്ലോ ഒരുമതൻ അഭിജാത മന്ത്രം. ജാതിഭേദം മതദ്വേഷം ഏതുമില്ലാതെ സർവരും സോദരത്തേന വാഴേണം, സാമഗീതം പാടേണം. മലയമാരുത ചാമരം വീശുന്ന ഭാരതനാടിൻ്റെ മനസ്സിൽ സിന്ധുവിൻ ശ്രുതിയും യമുനതൻ ഗതിയും നർമ്മദാ നദിയുടെ സ്വരലയവും കാവേരി തീർക്കുന്ന നോപുരധ്വനിയും തിരയുടെ കഥകളി തിരയിളക്കം. അമ്മേ ഭാരതമേ നിന്റെ ആത്മാഭിമാനമല്ലോ, നിന്റെ ആത്മാഭിമാനമല്ലോ, നിന്റെ ആത്മാഭിമാനമല്ലോ. മലയമാരുത ചാമരം വീശുന്ന ഭാരതനാടിൻ്റെ മനസ്സിൽ सागरों की शक्ति से हम प्यार नहीं धट पाएंगे, उत्तर दक्षिण पूर्व पश्चिम मिलते सुन में गाएंगे. सागरों की शक्ति से हम प्यार नहीं धट पाएंगे, उत्तर दक्षिण पूर्व पश्चिम मिलते सुन में गाएंगे. सुर बने हमारा, सुर बने हमारा, मिले सुर मेरा तुम्हारा, मिले सुर मेरा तुम्हारा. तो सुर बने हमारा, तो सुर बने हमारा, सुर बने हमारा, सुर बने हमारा. ना मद्रासी ना पंजाबी ना गुजराती बंगाली, हम सब एक है भारतवासी एकता में पाएंगे। ना मद्रासी ना पंजाबी ना गुजराती बंगाली, हम सब एक है भारतवासी एकता में पाएंगे। सुर बने हमारा, सुर बने हमारा, मिले सुर मेरा तुम्हारा, मिले सुर मेरा तुम्हारा, तो सुर बने हमारा, तो सुर बने हमारा, सुर बने हमारा। जय हे, जय हे, जय हे, जय 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 हे।
Myself Arun Pandian, PhD scholar under Food Safety Division. My supervisor is Dr. J. Padmaja. Can I go, sir? Yeah. Okay. Very good morning to esteemed judges, faculties, friends, brothers and sisters and colleagues. Hoping that covers everyone, I would like to begin my speech by reiterating a phrase from our Constitution. The Constitution of India under the fundamental duties say, it shall be the duty of every citizen to develop scientific temper, a spirit of inquiry, humanity and reform. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to claim that it was under these guiding lines from our founding fathers and mothers that we developed the scientific progress whose benefits we are reaping now even after 75 years of independence. In his historic speech in the eve of independence, Nehru proclaimed, the ambition of the greatest man of our generation has been to wipe out every tear from every eye. The greatest man he was referring here was none other than Mahatma Gandhi. From importing food grains under PL 480 scheme from United States right after independence to becoming one of the world's largest exporter of rice and wheat, be it the Green Revolution under Dr. M.S. Swaminathan or the White Revolution under Dr. Verghese Kurian, India has come a long way in its self-sustainability and food security with the help of innovation from great and diverse minds. The pioneer of Indian Green Revolution, Dr. M.S. Swaminathan once said, the future belongs to the nation that depends on grains and not guns. It was under these founding principles of empathy and compassion and its core ability to solve socially relevant issues like poverty and hunger the Indian science was built on. It was also this triad of science, empathy and social justice that ensured the eradication of smallpox in 1979, polio in 2014 and maternal tetanus in 2015, and we are on our way to eradicating the deadly corona as well. Indeed, we are wiping out every tear from every eye as per Gandhi's wishes with our progress in science. Today, India is known as the pharmacy of the world since Indian companies are producing and supplying vaccines and other drugs to all the countries around the world at affordable prices. Our very own indigenous vaccine, whose strain isolated from ICMR NIV had reached around 90 other countries. When Vikram Sarabhai envisioned the use of satellite communication technology for telephones, remote sensing and weather monitoring, nobody believed in him because India did not have the capacity to produce its own rocket or satellites. But by 1984, we had Rakesh Sharma, our first Indian in space. When Indira Gandhi asked him, how does India look from there? Rakesh Sharma gracefully acknowledged, Sare Jahan se acha. By 2023, we will have our 3-member crew from the Gaganyaan capsule going on a spacewalk. Rest assured, Hamara Hindustan Hamesha Sare Jahan se acha hi rahega. The telephone communication was a tedious task in 70s, but we are just far away, we are just 1 week away from experiencing the great 5G technology at super fast speed. I would like to conclude by saying that at its 75th birth anniversary, India has its own challenges, but with 65% of the population below 35 years of age and with 95% of the population at age 12 being literate, we can tell the rest of the world that we are coming. Thank you.
I think it's from past few years, most of us are waking up with a ting, 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 ting sound, which is acting as a wake-up call for all of us in the early mornings. Is it a doorbell? No. Is it an alarm? No. It is a buzz. The buzz of notification that comes from various social media apps that is present in our smartphones. With that, I would like to start our today's elocution topic, that is social media, a boon in everyday's life. Good morning everyone, this is Prashanti K from MSc Applied Nutrition second year, and I am going to share my responses regarding our elocution topic today. So, humans. What is the first statement that we learnt in our social science class? That man is a social animal. We are inherited to be social, and we like to be socially connected with our friends, family, colleagues, neighbors, because it gives us happiness and reduces stress, anxiety and sadness. This is not just a word of mouth, but it has a lot of scientific evidence behind it. Coming to social media, we the intelligent mammals, we communicate in different ways. Earlier we used to write letters, now we are going in person to meet the person whenever they are having time, and then came the telephone through which we are connected virtually. Then what happened, as there is advancement of technology, we humans, rather than leading life, we started running in life. So there was no time availability. The time availability was very much constrained. Simultaneously, because of advancement of technology, the access of internet and social media increased, and thanks to social media, today any person at any point of time, at any corner of the world can contact any other person. So, social animal, social media, social connectivity, synchronizing, right? Social media has lot of positive and joyful benefits also. It fosters relationship, it helps cherishes memories, it is a great escape from boredom, it is a zone of entertainment, films, music, blogs, reviews, etc. what not. And it is a platform for many jewelry, accessories, jobs, and it is a source of livelihood for n number of people. I bet on this statement that the news that spreads on social media reaches people more sooner than the news from any other premium channel. The outreach through social media is amazing. And upon everything, when the entire world was shook with the pandemic, it was this social media that stood as a ray of connectivity. It is this social media that acted as a clinched rope between people who were distanced because of the pandemic. It acted as a new lease of hope for all the educators, mentors, students during the pandemic. The vehicles on the road were stopped, but the education system did not stop. There was just a break to the education system, but the education system did not stop thanks to various social media apps like Google Classroom, WebEx, Zoom, etc. And it wouldn't be wrong if I tell that it was the social media that bridged up as a Ram Setu between caged hearts during pandemic. Irrespective of the pandemic, social media stands as a happy zone for any person in any kind of relationship. But in spite of so many positive benefits also, always social media's negative benefits are stressed upon. The concern is understandable because of the increasing cyber crimes that is occurring all across the world and internet. So what I would like to say is that nevertheless the old saying, when the 5 fingers of the same hand are not similar, then the thought processes, the mindsets of so many people wouldn't be similar, right? All that matters is 2 things: the direction you choose, the dimensions of our perspectives. What we choose decides what we face. So rather than stressing on the negative impacts, let us try to utilize the positive impacts and handle the negative impacts. There is a Sanskrit shloka which says Adhikam Amrutam Visham. Not only social media, anything in our life should be an addition and not an addiction. So on concluding, boon or bane, it's just in our brain, but being cautious is always a gain. So use wise, enjoy, stay safe and be alert. Thank you.
Good morning everyone, I'm Vibhashri and I'm here to share my views on the topic scientific progress of India in the last 75 years. I've always believed that the beauty of science lies in its dichotomy. It can either create or divide, destroy or bring things together, or for that matter empower or undermine. It is wonderful to see how India has harnessed the potential and power of science in the last 75 years. India has almost ventured into every field of science out there. To begin with, there is the space sciences. We have built satellites and sent probes to Moon and Mars. To name a few, there is Chandrayaan-1, the Mars Orbiter mission in 2013. We also have a lot more in the offing. There is Chandrayaan-3 and Gaganyaan, which would be the first interplanetary human mission of India. When it comes to advancements in communication and information technology, we have not just made lives easier, but we have also helped in saving thousands of lives by means of weather forecasts and putting in place timely warning systems which form an integral part of disaster management. Besides that, we have acquired great nuclear ability as well, and we have demonstrated firepower in the form of missiles like BrahMos, Agni 4, Pokhran nuclear test. When it comes to scientific research coupled up with public policies, we have made sure that we've become self-sufficient in terms of food staples, drugs and vaccines. When I say food staples, we are pointing out to the green revolution, blue revolution, and when I mention drugs and vaccines, we all witnessed how India took a global stance towards equitable distribution of vaccines during the pandemic period. We did not just cater to the needs of the people within the country, but we also reached out to the world outside. Undeniably, India is a global contender, formidable global contender in the pharmaceutical arena as well. Now here comes my concluding remark. We all hail from the land of great scientists like Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, Sir Vikram Sarabhai and Homi Jahangir Baba. And they all believed in one thing, science for mankind. And I'm sure we all believe in the same as well. That's exactly why we have all gathered here. We are celebrating science and we are all part of this esteemed institute. As we innovate and evolve, we need to bear one thing in mind. That is science, humanity and purpose. When they connect, we transform lives for the better. India, beyond doubt, has an amazing potential to emerge as a great scientific power. Perhaps during the centenary year of celebration of independence, the topic for elocution would be India, a great scientific power in the world. On that note, I end my speech. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.
Okay. Hi, happy Independence Day to everyone. I am James Thomas and I am a PhD scholar. So I am going to talk today about social media. Before that, I am going to show you something. This is a knife. Okay. So why I showed you this, I'll tell you in some time. Facebook is evil. WhatsApp is a waste of time. Instagram is a place full of pretenders. And Twitter, it's full of propagandas. You might have heard all these statements some point of your life. Okay. So I'm going to share some of the incidents that I have observed in my own life. It was in 2015, in Chennai floods happened and around 500 people were killed. At that time, emergency services and ambulance services were halted because there was a lack of transportation. During that time, a tweet came on Twitter, hashtag Chennai floods, help is needed, pregnant lady in labor pain. At that time, around 30 minutes, rescue came over there and the pregnant lady was rescued and a baby was delivered at a hospital and he was healthy. I'll share another incident. This happened in August 8th, 2020 at Kerala. After two repeated failed landings, a plane actually crashed. At that time, local people actually started the rescue mission in their own vehicles. They arrived 30 minutes earlier than the emergency and medical services. They saved around 50 people over there. Because of that, these people thanked them for their saving their life. Now you can see the importance of time over here. I'll share another incident. This we all must be familiar with. During the corona period, all of us were isolated. During that period of time, we were separated in our own houses. At that time, information related to medical services, ambulance and generic drugs related things and help related things, also oxygen cylinder related inquiries were done on Facebook, and all these things were answered on Facebook by the community only. So you can see when help is needed, the whole community is there to help when you are connected. Now I'll tell one more thing. During the corona period, all of us were isolated. Millions of people were in quarantine. At that time, video calling and FaceTiming became a sign of hope that we are with you, you are not alone. You can see, you all know that social media has its own demerits like cyberbullying and self-isolation, lack of emotional connectivity. But along with that, I can say there are many good merits. All this related good news that arrived during this period of time, you can see that creates a sense of hope in us. So you can see that social media is not just a tool of connectivity, it's a sign of hope. And I can say for sure that social media can be used for good things, but we need to be mindful of what, when and how much of social media are we using. So I can say one thing, social media is just like this knife. If your aim and purpose is not clear, you might end up harming yourself. So social media is either a tool or a weapon. You can use it based on your own desire. Thank you.
Namaskar, मेरा नाम सौमम दत्ता और मैं पीएचडी छात्र हूँ एंडोक्रिनोलॉजी विभाग में और मेरा विषय है स्वतंत्र भारत के 75 वर्षों में हुए वैज्ञानिक प्रगति। सन 1947 में स्वतंत्रता मिलने के तुरंत बाद ही जब भारत का आर्थिक और सामाजिक व्यवस्था सही नहीं था, तब भी भारत ने अपना विज्ञान चर्चा स्तब्ध नहीं किया। तब से लेके अब तक परमाणु विज्ञान, भूविज्ञान, अंतरिक्ष विज्ञान, जीव विज्ञान, चिकित्सा विज्ञान, पशु चिकित्सा, इन सभी क्षेत्रों में भारत ने अपना नाम रोशन किया है। समुंदर का रंग नीला क्यों है, ऐसे छोटे से प्रश्न से सीवी रमन जैसे वैज्ञानिक ने बनाया प्रकाश के प्रकीर्णन जैसा तत्व। पौधों में भी प्राण है, ये साबित करके जेसी बोस जैसे वैज्ञानिक ने बदल दिया पूरे जीव विज्ञान का नक्शा। सन 1947 में पहले पंचवार्षिकी परिकल्पना के दौरान तत्कालीन सरकार ने बहुत ज़्यादा जोर दिया वैज्ञानिक अनुसंधान के ऊपर। इसके बाद सन 1957 में हरित क्रांति और फिर धीरे धीरे आर्यभट्टा सैटेलाइट, अग्नि मिसाइल, चंद्रयान, मंगलयान जैसे प्रकल्पों ने पूरे विश्व में भारत का नाम रोशन किया है। चिकित्सा विज्ञान के क्षेत्र में भी भारत ने काफ़ी तरक्की किया है। विटामिन ए घाटती दूरीकरण प्रकल्प, आयोडीन घाटती दूरीकरण प्रकल्प, पोलियो मुक्त भारत, अनीमिया मुक्त भारत, राष्ट्रीय पोषण मिशन, राष्ट्रीय स्वास्थ्य मिशन जैसे प्रकल्पों ने भारत के अग्रगति में काफ़ी महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका पालन किया है। भारत का कोविड-19 टीकाकरण प्रकल्प पूरे विश्व में अपना एक अलग जगह बना लिया है। भारत के इस अग्रगति के पीछे सबसे ज़्यादा अवदान रहा है भारत के वैज्ञानिक एवं विज्ञान अनुसंधान संस्थान जैसे कि ICMR, CSIR, DBT, DST, इन सब का। जैसे कि हमारे राष्ट्रीय पोषण संस्थान हैदराबाद का लिया गया कुछ उद्योग, स्वतंत्रता के बाद लिया गया कुछ उद्योग जैसे कि नमक का आयोडीन एवं आयन से समृद्धिकरण, भारतीयों का पुष्टि चाहिदा निर्णयकरण, भारतीय खाद्य द्रव्यों का पुष्टि मूल्य निर्णयकरण प्रमुख बहुत ही इतिवाचक प्रभाव रखा है। विज्ञान के और भी नए क्षेत्र जैसे कि खेल विज्ञान, प्रसार विज्ञान, कृत्रिम बुद्धिमत्ता जैसे विषयों में भी भारत धीरे धीरे काफ़ी तरक्की कर रहा है। विज्ञान ही भारत का आन है, विज्ञान ही भारत का शान है। इसीलिए हम गर्व से कहते हैं कि मेरा भारत महान है। धन्यवाद।
सरलता, सज्जनता एवं विद्वता की मूर्ति आदरणीय अध्यक्ष महोदया जी, सम्मानित मंच एवं प्रबुद्ध श्रोताओं, मैं सिमरन यादव आज आप सभी के समक्ष विषय सोशल मीडिया रोजमर्रा के जीवन में एक वरदान विचार प्रस्तुत हेतु आज सभा में उपस्थित हूँ। सोशल मीडिया अन्यथा सामाजिक माध्यम एक ऐसी तकनीक है जिसका उद्देश्य बड़े पैमाने पर दर्शकों को संदेश पहुंचाना है। इंस्टाग्राम, व्हाट्सएप, फेसबुक, लिंक्डइन आदि से संभव बनाते हैं। 2022 के एक आंकड़े के अनुसार आज 50% भारतीय इंटरनेट पर उपस्थित है, जिसमें से वह दिन का करीबन 7 घंटे इंटरनेट पर बिताते हैं और करीबन 2.5 घंटा सोशल मीडिया वेबसाइट्स पर। इन आंकड़ों से यह अनुमान लगाया जा सकता है कि आज 21वीं सदी का इंटरनेट और सोशल मीडिया सबसे प्रभावशाली और शक्तिशाली हथियार है। हमारे माननीय श्री प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के शब्दों में कहा जाए तो सोशल मीडिया आज सामाजिक बाधाओं को कम कर रहा है। यह लोगों को मानवीय मूल्यों की मजबूती के आधार पर जोड़ता है, पहचान के आधार पर नहीं। अर्थात एक ऐसा माध्यम है जिससे आज एक आम व्यक्ति भी दिग्गज हस्तियों से वार्तालाप कर सकता है और अपनी आप बीती इस प्लेटफॉर्म के जरिए व्यक्त कर सकता है। उदाहरण के लिए अंजलि नामक स्त्री और उनका 8 महीने का शिशु उत्तर प्रदेश जाने वाली रेलगाड़ी में यात्रा कर रहे थे। पूरी रेल में दूध उपलब्ध ना होने के कारण बच्चा भूख से बिलक रहा था। मां से देखा न गया और इसकी सूचना देते हुए उसने उसी समय रेल मंत्री जी को ट्वीट किया। केवल 23 मिनटों के अंदर ही रेलवेज की तरफ से बच्चे को दूध उपलब्ध कराया गया और समस्या का जल्द समाधान हुआ। मेरे भाइयों और बहनों, गया वो ज़माना जब आपको व्यवसाय करने के लिए महंगे शोरूम या 20 बाई 20 फुट दुकान की आवश्यकता हुआ करती थी। आज का ज़माना तो केवल 3 चीज़ें मांगता है। पहला, एक अच्छा कैमरा। दूसरा, व्यवसाय करने का दिल में पक्का हौसला और जुनून। और तीसरा, सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म्स का सहारा। मेरे प्रियजनों, वह दिन दूर नहीं जब आप भी लखपति होंगे और देश विदेश में आपका नाम होगा। यह मंच आज लोगों को शिक्षा, रोजगार ढूंढने, जागरूकता फैलाने, राहत कोष इकट्ठा करने आदि में एक अहम किरदार निभाता है। आज लोगों को इसने एक ऑनलाइन कम्युनिटी दी है जिसमें वे खुद को सुरक्षित व स्नेह भरपूर पाते हैं, जैसे कि LGBTQIA+। ग्रीस हो या जापान, चाइना हो या पाकिस्तान, यह हमें भूगोल के हर एक कदमों और अहम घटनाओं के बारे में पल पल में सूचित करता है। पर बड़े खेद का विषय है कि आज सोशल मीडिया वाद विवाद का कारण बन गया है। कई लोगों का मानना है कि ये वरदान है तो कई लोगों के अभिशाप। अब आप ही बताइए, अगर आज का युवा इसका इस्तेमाल फेसबुक पर फीलिंग ब्रोकन विद 99 अदर्स के लिए करता है तो भैया कैसे उसके व्यक्तित्व का उचित निर्माण होगा। यद्यपि वह इसका इस्तेमाल अपने व्यक्तित्व के निर्माण के लिए करता है तो सफलता उसके कदम चूमेगी। संयुक्त और संतुलित इस्तेमाल ही इसका एकमात्र हल है। अंत में प्रियजनों, बस इतना ही कहना चाहूँगी, हम वक्त की नज़ाकत को नज़रअंदाज कर नहीं सकते। हम वक्त की नज़ाकत को नज़रअंदाज कर नहीं सकते। हम भविष्य है तकनीक से बिछड़ नहीं सकते। हम भविष्य है तकनीक से बिछड़ नहीं सकते। धन्यवाद। शुक्रिया।